Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and we have some more Alien Romulus 2 news. This time, when it could actually be filming, because according to Fede Alvarez, whatever this sequel is, could be filming this year. That's right. Talk about a fast turnaround from we're working on ideas to it may or may not be a direct sequel to Romulus to, hey, we got the script, we pretty much have it all the way there, and we hope to film this year. That's insane. What the hell this movie actually will be is anyone's guess at this stage, because we're seeing a few people kind of talk about, like, saying, oh, this shoots down the producer, saying it's not a direct sequel. Fede Alvarez has just crapped all over that by showing us, yes, it is. Not really, because he does not actually specifically say it's a direct sequel. He just talks about it being the next sequel. So let's have a look at this over on AVP Galaxy, if you want to go and have a look as well for yourself and get all your kind of Alien and Predator news. But we'll dive into this. So it says, at a recent screening of Alien Romulus hosted by the folk at Collider, Alien Romulus writer and director Fede Alvarez was asked about his return to the Alien franchise and confirmed he was already writing the script with the hope to begin filming this year. So it says this: when asked about his return to the universe of the Xenomorphs, the Evil Dead helmer teased that another Alien project was just around the corner, revealing that he is already writing it, and if there were worries about where the title would fall on Alvarez's directing schedule, he assuaged, that's what it says, not assured, assuaged the fears of fans by telling them, I think the sequel is my next movie. As for when cameras might pick up on the feature, Alvarez continued, it's a good question. I hope I can shoot it this year, before turning to Macarena and Barbara to ask if you guys are available. Those two names, I probably butchered that first one. I think it's Macarena or something like that. They're his writing partners, I believe, or the possible directors or something. They're partners that work with him anyway. So it says, Freddy went on to discuss how he had been focused on enjoying the reputation to Romulus, and now that he was working on the new film, he reiterated previous comments about moving away from the familiar elements from Alien and Aliens that Romulus revisited, and heading into uncharted waters. And this is what he said about this. For the last couple of months, I've been trying not to think about anything, just enjoying the fact that the movie did well, and now we've got some love in this award season, so I've been trying to think about that. But obviously, with the studio, we love the idea of making a sequel for this. So, most likely, we have a path, an idea that I'm really excited about for the continuation to really push the saga. I think with this movie, we kind of check the boxes of all the things that I want to see. And that's my bet that if I want to see it, as a fan, some of you will agree with me and want to see the same things that I want to see. So this was done because there were many things I wanted to bring back and I wanted to see again. For a sequel now, I think there's a vast horizon in front of us for where we can go, because Alien is so many things. Alien is Alien, it's Prometheus, and everything in between. It's such a big universe. I think now I would love to go, and the plan is to go into truly uncharted waters for the franchise. So, you're hearing there, he's not and has not said anything about an absolute Alien Romulus 2. He's talking about taking the universe of Alien to do a next one, which I think is quite interesting. So it is the question now of, is it going to be Alien 2 or Alien Romulus 2, or is it going to be something brand new, Alien something or Aliens something? You know what I mean? Now he also did speak about the Ripley Easter egg in Romulus, and it's a bit dumb, to be fair. And what I mean by that is, the Easter egg is basically a throwaway. No one really notices it unless you're really looking. But what he came up with in his headcanon was just like, that's a bit stupid. So what it is in the movie, you actually see the lifeboat that Ripley is on, the Narcissus. You see that when the space station is crashing and exploding, you see the Narcissus. It's a bit of the debris that's flying out. It's the throwaway Easter egg. But in his mind, he said this to what he thinks was happening is that because you found the big chap in the wreckage of the Nostromo, that they would have found Ripley's shuttle because it had a tracker on it. So it would have made sense that she would have been on the station, but that you would have never seen her because the station was massive and she would have been in a completely different section. But the idea he has in his mind, now it's just fanfic basically in his mind. He's not saying this was actually happening in the movie. He's literally just saying it's a dream he pretty much had. The idea was that Ripley was brought on board, and during what's happening in Romulus, where we're following what he calls the kids running around on the station and all hell's breaking loose, Ripley's actually one step ahead of them, but on the other side of the station, and that she's kind of turning things around, and what she's doing is ended up having consequences for them until she escapes. Now again, he's not saying that's what was happening. You know, he's not saying, oh yeah, when you're watching Romulus, Ripley's actually on the other side of the station running around when all hell is breaking loose. The issue you have with that idea that he had in his mind, as well as the fact that he did stick the shuttle in there, the Narcissus, and again, it's when the space station is crashing, it's a bit of debris that's flying out. You can see it. You can notice the shape. The idea that they would have had her in the first place is stupid and makes no sense to me, because it's the case of, well, if they had her on the station when they got the big chap, why would they have kept her in stasis? Surely they would have taken her out of stasis to ask questions, especially about the big chap. But that didn't happen. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a little Easter egg in the movie. It means nothing. For me, that's not Ripley. That's not her shuttle. That's possibly just one of the other shuttles on the space station. Because he doesn't actually say flat out, oh yes, that's Ripley's shuttle. He just says it makes sense that she would be, or that they would have been found with the big chap, blah blah blah, because it had a beacon on it. It's like, it doesn't make sense, because again, why would you keep her in stasis? But why would she have been next to the Nostromo? She was long gone. Especially when this thing that actually does annoy me about this movie is, even when it comes to the big chap, finding the big chap in the Nostromo rubble was retarded. It was, because think of a ship sinking, okay? Now, bear with me with this. But when a ship sinks, especially if it breaks up a bit as it sinks, it's not where you think it is. Where you watch it sink, you don't go there a month later and go down and go, well, there it is, and there's all the pieces to it. No, the currents under the water will pull it all in different directions. So these wrecks are never where they are. The Nostromo got nuked, not once, not twice, but like 3 or 4 times. And about an hour after that happened, Ripley finds the xenomorph, the big chap, on the Narcissus, and kicks it out of a space hatch and blows it out in space. So that's where the question comes to, why then would the big chap even be close to the Nostromo wreckage? Makes absolutely no sense. Makes even less sense that they would find her 27 years after that incident still next to the bloody thing. So again, it's a nice little Easter egg he threw in there, but it makes no sense that it would have been Ripley. But that is what he's talked about, and the fact that he's talking about this next movie should begin filming this year, at least he wants it to film this year, we could possibly, whether it's even something brand new, like what Badlands is with the Predator. People think Predator Badlands is the sequel to Prey, and it's not. It has nothing to do with Prey. They just think it does because it's the same director and writer. It's nothing to do with Prey. It's a brand new movie For all we know, what he could be talking about here is the next sequel in the Alien franchise rather than Alien Romulus. Could be something brand new and has nothing to do with his actual idea for the Alien Romulus sequel. We'll find out, but if they manage to get that filming this year, there's a high probability we could have it by next October. It's going to be interesting to see. So, with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.